Hey everyone, Danger Paws here. As a lot of you know, I've been playing a lot of Magic Duels lately, both on stream and on my own time. And for those of you that don't know, Magic Duels is a Magic the Gathering client, but it has the Hearthstone business model, so you can play for free by earning coins to buy packs. And this is a really great way to learn Magic if you're new, or if you just want to play for free, which is awesome. I'm really excited about it. And to get things started, I wanted to share a deck I used on the ranked ladder that I made with just the free starter cards, and it's been really successful for me, and I wanted to share it so that everyone can get a head start when the Steam client comes out. So the deck starts out strong and is really easy to play, so it's perfect for new players, and it's easily upgradable as you start to pull the better cards from packs, which is bound to happen as you start to get wins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the key cards in this deck, and you can find the deck list in the description at the bottom, of course, but first I want to talk about the main cards of this deck that make it so strong. So here we go. The first card that I want to talk about is Bone Splinters, and it's a really strong removal card, and the only downside is that it forces you to sacrifice a creature, but in some ways, you can make that work to your advantage, particularly with the next card in our deck, the Perilous Myr. When Perilous Myr is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. This card is probably one of the strongest in the set right now. It's justifiable to put in any deck, I think. Because there's tons of creatures right now that either have 1 toughness or 2 toughness, and you can easily get 2-for-1s with this Perilous Myr. But it also has great synergy with Bone Splinters, because you have to sacrifice a creature anyway. Might as well sack something that you get an effect out of, an ability out of. The next card is Child of Night. It is a 2/1 vampire with lifelink, and lifelink reads, damage dealt by this creature also causes you to gain that much life. So you're able to recover your own life just by swinging with this creature, which is really good. It essentially would put you ahead by 4 points per turn if you got to hit. But it gets even better in this deck when you couple it with our next card, Nimbus Wings. And Nimbus Wings is an enchantment aura, and it says, enchanted creature gets +1/+2 and has flying. And not only is this a really cheap enchantment, but it goes so well with the Child of Night because it lets you bypass a lot of early blockers in the game, and it makes it a fairly strong creature, becoming a 3/3. And every time that you swing with that Child of Night, you'll be hurting the player for 3 damage, and then also healing yourself for 3 life. So you're essentially getting ahead by 6 points each turn if you're able to swing each turn. And this also works when you block with that creature as well, so it's extremely useful, and you'll find yourself running away with games with just this combo. And this is probably the main combo that you want to look for when you're doing your mulligans. You want to try and find Child of Night and Nimbus Wings and enough land to do both as early as possible. But that doesn't always happen, but we do have some answers for how to make that happen more often with our next card, Heliod's Pilgrim. And Heliod's Pilgrim reads, when Heliod's Pilgrim enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an aura card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So this card alone practically doubles the chances of getting a Nimbus Wings and Child of Night combo going early on. And I'll show how that works later on in the video a little bit. Our next card is Gravedigger, and this is a really good filler card, but it also has a little bit of synergy with one of our other cards, which I'll talk about in a bit. But when Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So this is really good if, say, your opponent actually had an answer for your early Child of Night Nimbus Wings combo. You can just bring back that Child of Night and then get another combo rolling pretty easily. So this card's really nice for that case. But for our next card, Bitter Revelation, it's one of Black's few draw cards, and it says look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose 2 life. So you're able to draw 4 cards and pick between them 2 of them that you want to put in your hand, and then the other 2 have to go into the graveyard. Well, if you keep in mind that you can bring creature cards back from the graveyard using Gravedigger, then you can get a lot more out of this card than just what's on the card, what's on the text. So something to keep in mind is that you can always bring creatures back from the graveyard. So it might be better to hold on to spells in particular. And those are the main cards of the set. There are some more, of course, but the other ones are mostly exchangeable. You can move them in or out of the deck if you feel like it. And you can find the full deck list in the description at the bottom. So what I do in this game is I mulligan my first hand because it's just full of lands, and I decide to keep the hand that had a Child of Night and a Heliod's Pilgrim in it. Ideally, we would have had Child of Night and Nimbus Wings already, but the Heliod's Pilgrim is acceptable. It makes our Nimbus Wings come out 1 turn later, but that's not a huge problem. The main thing is that we're able to just get this Child of Night going as fast as possible, and we're able to do it on the 4th turn, which is great. And because of the nature of lifelink, we don't actually have to worry too much about using cards like Bitter Revelation, which drain our health, because we have plenty of it to spare. And as you can see, we're already extremely far ahead, the score being 15 to 25. So that pretty much wraps up my video, and I hope that this deck serves you guys well. I know it's been really good to me, and I hope that you guys get great cards to upgrade it with. Below you can find some recommendations for upgrades as well as the full deck list. So enjoy your duels, guys, and I will probably play against you at some point.